There's lots of exciting things happening in the NFC North right now. Players coming into the division, other players on their way out of the division. I'm not sure if you've heard about that one. Aaron Rodgers on the move. David Montgomery going all Pavlov's dog over his new offensive line. He should. So what has you salivating over the NFC North, Kyle?
What a great question. We don't talk a lot of saliva here on the show, but thank you very much, David Montgomery, right? I salivate when I'm going to eat a food that I've not eaten in a long time. Like maybe you just go to one of your favorite restaurants a couple times a year and you get your favorite dish and it comes out and you just get ready. I am so excited that I'm excited about the Detroit Lions. I'm salivating over the Lions.
Love it.
The Detroit Lions, in my opinion, were a top 5 team in the NFL at the end of the regular season last year. Top 5. They were the team that do not let them in the tournament.
How fun is that?
They'll start knocking them out. Everything was fun.
Yep.
They won 8 of 10 games. This whole beautiful storyline where Rodgers one last ride with the Packers at Lambeau in the beautiful majesty of late December, the Lions smacked them like they did the last time that they played them. They beat the Packers twice. This big reason Rodgers didn't end with this fairy tale, but enough about Rodgers. Jared Goff was one of the most consistent, best performing quarterbacks down the stretch in the whole NFC. Guys, we did a list of top 5 quarterbacks yesterday in the NFC. A couple of you guys had Goff in the top 5, right?
Yeah.
Didn't you have him too, Jay?
Yeah, it was up there. Yeah.
It's incredible.
Lions fans loved it.
And how about the other 31 fans?
No, they weren't too happy.
Screw them. This is the Lions time. We're talking about the Lions right now. I'm so excited to see another year of this regime, of Dan Campbell. It's not a joke. It's not about biting kneecaps. It's not about hard knocks. It is about beating really good teams in games that matter, and everything says playoffs next year. Detroit Lions playoffs. James, it's fun to say. You don't get to say it much.
And I'm going to continue the Lions' salivation.
Go.
Because what I like, and it's a completely, other side of the ball that I'm focused on. Yes, this was a top 5 offense with Jared Goff in almost every statistical category. On the defensive side of the ball, let's go through this. Last in total defense, 28th in scoring, 29th against the run, 30th against the pass, 30th on third down, and last in yards per play. So what have they done during this free agency period? This is what has me salivating. You fix a secondary that was one of the worst in all of football. I think bringing in Cameron Sutton is huge.
Love it.
I think that was a great move. It's a versatile corner that can play inside and out, can cover backs, can cover tight ends, can also play on the outside. And then you team him up with his former college teammate, in Emmanuel Mosley. They played together at Tennessee. I think that's a sneaky good pickup because remember how good he was playing in San Francisco before the ACL happened early this season. That's 2 corners now that change your secondary, and bringing back a couple of guys up front as well that they thought were playing better. I think if this defense plays well, we're talking about a whole new Lions team, a whole new team that could take over this entire division with Aaron Rodgers leaving. I look at all of that. The only thing that the Lions did that makes me scratch my head is bringing in, sorry to say, I know you're salivating, David Montgomery, but the David Montgomery move. You're paying him $2 million more per year than what Jamal Williams signed for in New Orleans. In terms of everything that Jamal Williams brings to the table, I don't know if it's a step up in terms of the locker room, in terms of the play. That move scratches my head a little bit, but the other ones on the defensive side of the ball got me excited over the Lions. Because if they play even okay defense, it's a different team.
Yeah, for sure. Kirby Joseph, their safety, is a guy we talked about a lot this year, the plays that he was making. Lions, a lot to be excited for. I'm going to Chicago. I'm excited for this possible dynamic duo of Justin Fields and DJ Moore. And these 2 guys getting a chance to team up. DJ Moore talked about it. He said, I'm getting a sustained quarterback, a guy I know that's going to be there week in and week out, year after year. DJ Moore, coming over from the Carolina Panthers, has had 3 seasons over 1,000 yards. And you look at the Chicago Bears, we talked about it last year, for Justin Fields, he just didn't have a ton of weapons. 121 receptions from the receivers last year. That was the fewest in the entire NFL. So I can't wait to watch these 2 and how they work together. Saw them and the other receivers at the Chicago Bulls game this weekend. It made me start to think, it was just like, all right, they can form a dynamic duo. And it's just like, all right, they formed this duo in Chicago. Like, where could they possibly rank of duos that come from the city of Chicago? So I started to think to myself, all right, let me come up with a top 5 list of Chicago duos. And at the top of the list right there,
Sticky Bandits.
The Wet Bandits.
That's right.
Harry and Marv, they became the Sticky Bandits once they got to New York. Right here, they just kept the water running to let you know they were the ones. And then you have Patrick Kane and Jonathan Taze. These guys won 3 Stanley Cups. and they were dominant for 16 seasons together. Yes, a deep dive into my hockey knowledge. Appreciate it.
Love it.
Walter Payton and Matsui, best friends, was in the same backfield in Chicago for 8 seasons. Matsui, the fullback, leading the way, and we obviously know Walter Payton, just amazing running back, even better person. And then you see down there at number 2, Family Matters. Chicago-based show. I watch it every morning as I'm getting ready. Steve Urkel and Laura Winslow, the love-hate relationship. I mean, I don't know if it gets any better. My kids now, I even force them to watch Family Matters just so they can see a reference point of why Dad is the way he is.
Jay, what's Urkel's catchphrase?
Did I do that?
Nice.
Absolutely.
That was flawless.
You know, and then obviously at the bottom of the list, MJ and Pippen. I mean, those guys, 6 finals. It just doesn't get any better.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Chicago suburbs. This was for you. This list I came up. I just wanted to.
The fact that Matsui was said on the air today, I love Matsui. I think it is probably the last combination of fullback, running back that both had mustaches. You don't see that.
Wow.
Matsui had a wicked mustache. He got a neck roll as a Penn State, just absolute badass. That's a great list, Jay.
Thank you.
That's amazing. Amazing.
Love it.
Follow that, Sarah.
Oh, that's tough.
You got a top 5 Green Bay people?
That is tough. No, I'm salivating over the Chicago Bears and their future, and not for the people that they added, but for who is no longer in the division. You remember that scene in Shawshank Redemption? Because you know when it's on TV, you can never not watch it.
TNT.
Right? And Andy Dufresne's crawling through the sewer system, and he gets out of the sewer system, and he's got the arm. Thank you, Jake. He's got the arms out, the rain's falling down on him, and he's finally free. And I feel like that is what this week is like for Chicago Bears fans, with the biggest thorn ever in their side in Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. And you know what I just started thinking of? You know when a franchise player leaves a town, you do the thing in the newspaper, like Aaron Rodgers should do the thing.
Take out an ad.
We take out the ad. Sure. How awesome and petty and incredible it would be if he took one out in Chicago and just said, "You're welcome, Chicago."
Oh my God,
how great mic drop, I own you. And his last line, I no longer own you. I mean, how awesome would that
Ownership
be?
up for sale.
If he, correct.
Would you think the Chicago Tribune would have an obligation to say no, despite the monetary offer he would make in the state of newspapers? Or should they stick to their journalism and say, no, we're not running that, Aaron, or do they just have to do it? I don't know what the right...
What's the price?
The ethics there?
What's the price
I think it's probably a lot.
Ad sales are ad sales.
I know,
Yeah.
right? But I wonder if people would just, like, storm the offices.
You can't put that in there.
That'd be pretty cool.
It would be
Can you imagine, though?
No, but that's a
He can
great
distribute
idea.
leaflets if he'd like on every corner.
He's right to do that.
On his own.
I just have to say, when during the Favre era, I would talk to my dad all the time, and Favre would always kick the crap out of the Bears. And my dad would always say, "Man, we got to get this Favre out of here, and then we could probably win. Once Favre leaves, we'll be fine." That was 18 years ago. It's been even worse since then. So this thing where we just got to get Rodgers out of here, and then we can win. Be very careful. We don't know what we're getting from this Jordan Love. He'll probably be a first ballot guy the way they go.